Hello everyone, welcome to my update 7 for Project Level Up. This project was created by Sophia Alexandra. I'm going to leave her channel and intro video down below. But what this project is, it is inspired by gaming, and as the name would suggest, the goal of the project is to level up and also to hit pan and get use out of your eyeshadow palettes. So the project consists of levels. For the first level, you will have to hit pan on one shade in a randomly selected palette and use each shade in that palette once. And once you completed that, you can move on to the level 2. And to complete level 2, you will have to hit pan in 2 shades in a different randomly selected palette and also use each shade in that palette twice. And after you completed that level, you can move on to level 3, and it has a similar goal, but obviously, as you I guess noticed, with each level, the number of pens you have to hit and eyeshadows, or I mean how many times you will have to use an eyeshadow in the palette changes or gets bigger by 1 digit. Not digit, is it digit? Never mind. I hope my explanation made any sense. But yeah, let's just get into my progress. But before I get into the palette, as always, I wanted to mention that the war in Ukraine is still happening. So if you would like to help, I will have links to places you could donate to. I still haven't found any new petitions you could sign, so all I have is those organizations that accept donations and help out in some ways. So yeah, if you donate, it would mean so much. Even if it's like very little, any help is very important right now. So yeah, let's just get into what you are here for, which is the Project Level Up. Alright, so if you follow my Project Level Up journey, you know that I'm currently on level 5. Yes, 5. And my level 5 palette is Burn Book by Storybook Cosmetics. So I've been working on this palette for 1 month now. And here is what it's looking like. It's so hard to hold up, but yeah, here is what it's looking like. I hope you can tell I have hit 1 pan, which is not enough to complete level 5. I need to hit pan in 4 more shades and also use all of them 5 times, and some of them I haven't used 5 times, so let me just walk you through each shade and how many times I've used it and if I hit my goal on it, and yeah. I'm also going to swatch out the ones that I have used more than 5 times and or hit pan, so yeah, let's just get into that. Okay, so I swatched out the shades that I've used more than 5 times or hit pan on. So let's just talk about the shadows. So the first one we have here is called This Butter Carb. I've used this shade 2 times, so I have 3 more uses to go. I don't think it would be the shade that I will hit pan on because 1, I don't really like gold eyeshadow that much, and also it's pretty hard pressed, so I don't think it will take me a while to hit pan on it, so I don't want to do that. I'd rather be done with this palette sooner than later. So yeah, moving on, we have the shade Gruel. I used this shadow 4 times, including today. I'm wearing it on my lid. It was one of the shade that I, in the previous update, I said I wanted to hit pan on, but now I'm not so sure because after 4 uses it doesn't really look that much used, so I feel like it will take me some time to hit pan on it, so I'm not sure if I will actually do that, but we'll see. Moving on, we have the shade Glen Coco. It was another shade that I was thinking about hitting pan on. I've used it so far 4 times, so 1 more use left, and it has a pretty good dip already, so I might actually try to hit pan on this one. Yeah. Moving on, we have the shade So Fetch. I've used it 2 times, and yeah, it doesn't look too impressively used. This is definitely not a shade that I would want to hit pan on because, as I mentioned before on this channel, I'm not a big fan of oranges, so yep. Okay, moving on, we have the shade Wednesday, which is the hot pink over here. I used it 5 times, and it has a pretty good dip in it, so I'm thinking it might be a shade that I will hit pan on. I didn't think I would enjoy using pinks this much, but actually, thanks to this palette, I've been really enjoying wearing pink eyeshadow, so I might actually try to hit pan on this pink. Okay, the next shade we have here is called She Doesn't Even Go Here, which is the burgundy. I used it also 5 times, right? Yeah. And it doesn't look as used as Wednesday does. Never mind, or don't mind this thing over here. I stuck my nail in the shade, so but yeah, I don't know if I will try to hit pan on this shade, but I might, like using it in conjunction with Wednesday and stuff, but that's all tentative, so we'll see how it goes. Moving on to probably currently the most exciting shade, which is the Plastics, which is the one shade that I managed to hit pan on this month. I've used it 12 times. Here's what it's looking like. It's just a basic white matte. It's not the best white I've ever used. It's kind of sheer, but it does the job. I've actually used it today. I use it on my brow bone, and also I mixed it with a different shade in this palette to make like a lighter gray matte. I didn't expect to hit pan on it today, which is when I hit pan on it. Yeah, apparently the pans in this palette are pretty shallow, which I didn't expect, but it's a nice surprise, which means that it won't take me as long as I thought it would to complete my level 5. I'm rambling so much, I'm so sorry. But yeah, moving on to the next shade in this palette. It's called Regina George. It's a very pretty pink to gold metallic, I guess. I used this shadow 4 times, so 1 more use left. I don't know if I'll try to hit pan on it because, as you I guess noticed with most of these shimmers, they don't really look that used, even though I used some of them as much as the mattes, which look more used. So yeah, I really like this shade though, it's very pretty. Moving on, we have the shade Mouse D'Or. I used this shade 7 times. It was one of the shades that in previous update I said I wanted to hit pan on, but after using it 7 times and it looking like I haven't used it at all, I decided that I don't think I will be hitting pan on it. Here's what it looks like swatched out. It's very nice, bright metallic silver. but looking at it right now, it's very discouraging because as you can tell, it doesn't look that different after 7 uses. So yeah, moving on to the last row. The first shade here is called You Can't Sit With Us, which is this like peachy pink shade. I'm wearing it as a blush today. I don't know if you can tell, but it makes a very pretty blush. I think that's the majority of the times that I've used it. It was as a blush, and I used it 14 times, which is the most currently in this whole palette. But I think it has a pretty decent dip going. So I think I will hit pan in maybe like just a few more uses. So I think that would be one of the shades that I will try to hit pan on. Yes. Moving on, the next shade we have here is called Cool Mom. It's a very pretty tealy blue shimmer. I've used it 3 times, so 2 more times to go. That was another shade that I said I might hit pan on. I don't know if I will, because just like all the other shimmers in this palette, it doesn't really look that much used. So, but who knows what happens. And finally, the last shade in this palette is called October 3rd. And it's just like a shimmery black, but it's not really shimmery. It's a kind of a weird shade, but it works. I used it 4 times, and 1 more use to go. I don't think I will be hitting pan on it because it also doesn't look that much used after 4 uses compared to like this shade. So I don't think I'll try to hit pan on it. Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I'm wearing Cool Mom on my inner lower lash line, and October 1st was the shade that I said I mixed in with plastics to make this like grayish shade. So yeah. Oh, and also, this is the swatch of the, where is it? Of the pink You Can't Sit With Us. As you can see, it's a very nice, like, blushy color. So yeah, since I've only hit pan on 1 shade in this palette, and also haven't used all of them 5 times just yet, this palette is going to stay in for 1 more month. I don't know if I'll be able to hit 4 more pans by the next update, but I will try my best. But yeah, I guess that is it. So let's just wrap up this video. Okay, so to wrap up this video, let's just talk about the goals I have for the next update. So ideally I want to hit the 5 use mark on all of the shades in this palette, which I think is totally doable because I'm pretty close on most of them. And also I would like to have pan in You Can't Sit With Us and Wednesday, maybe Glen Coco, and I don't really know what I want to be my 5th pan. We just see how it goes. So yeah, I think that is all I have to say. So thank you so much for watching, and take care. Bye.